So yeah, Yaftik is definitely where my heart lies in the comics.
Yeah, if you want to get into voiceover, you got to do it because you love it. You can't do it because you want to be rich and famous, especially because you're legit doing a job that people don't know your face.
You know, in my comic, there's a number of sentient computers and video game consoles that have happened over the years.
I should have a film. I thought it was going to be the end of this year. I think it's going to be next year. There should be a film called Badness coming.
I think we're up to 6 Star Wars children's books now that I've illustrated.
I'm here!
I'm here.
The dork behind the drawing. No, no.
Yay!
Don't look him directly in the face.
I draw cartoons for a living, and you can't tell me that the stuff that, you know, that we're producing nowadays is just for kids.
Kevin and Kel is now the longest running webcomic. I started in September 1995, and it's never missed a day since.
When I announced that I was voicing for Inuyasha's daughter, everyone was like, what? Like,
that was all well and good until, you know, I was giving Phil a ride one day and he said, so how's your boyfriend? And I said, well, we're breaking up. And Phil said, oh, really?
Welcome to Planet Flipside. This is a special edition of Creators Corner. I'm Vixen Littlepaw, but my friends call me Vixie. This is Eliza Librarian and Straight Savage Mel, who are going to join me in introducing Filker Tom, aka Tom Smith, the singer, the songwriter, the legend. Yay. Welcome to the show! Yay! We lost your audio.
We had audio a minute ago backstage.
No, that's rude.
Oh no.
He can't hear us either.
Oh no. Just leave.
You might have to
leave
get down
off
the table and come back.
Leave and come
back. Come back.
Put it in the private chat, Vixie. You can do it quicker than I can. Exit.
Okay.
Backspace, because there's no C at the end of exit. And, okay, thank you. That was going to take forever. Oh, crap. Now I don't know how to get back without hitting the back button. There's no X.
I think you do push the back button, don't you?
I have to because my keyboard's up and I can't get out of it.
Oh, no.
Or, wait, I'm just going to send something. There we go. If I send something, okay.
See, hopefully he comes back.
I win.
Either he saw it or he understood. One or the other. Either way, it works. Right? Either way.
First thing we do on the interview, get out.
Get out. We are so cool.
I messaged him over Facebook.
Oh, okay. Good job, hubby.
I
was waiting for some semaphores.
Oh,
yay! Yay! Oh my goodness.
Aren't we just the sweetest? We bring you up here just to tell you to leave.
Good night, ladies. Good night.
But we're glad you came back.
Yes, we are.
Utterly pleased to be here. How are you all this evening?
Good. How are you?
Freshly showered.
Yeah, freshly showered.
Freshly showered is so good. and so often underappreciated.
Right?
And somebody told me I smelled so good once, and I said, it's soap. You should try it.
It's soap. You should try it.
I keep some fantastic Jewish deli rye under each arm.
Nice. Mel's not going to get there.
You guys knew you weren't getting a serious show here, right?
We don't have serious shows here. I don't think we could have a serious show if we wanted to.
Yeah, no, that was.
No, Vixie, you shouldn't have said that because now I really want to do it. Not right now, though.
What you want to put? You want to put the rye under your armpits? Is that what you want to do?
Did Vixie say that? No.
I can do a serious show. I'm very politically astute. I like to think. If for nothing else, I keep track of everything all the time, and sometimes get so angry that I end up writing songs about it.
Oh wow,
that's fun.
Yeah,
Mel would do it.
It keeps me from throttling nearby pigeons.
Oh, kind of like my no murder juice in the morning.
Yeah.
You know what I discovered at work? There's this ice machine, and if you get frustrated, you can just take the scoop, break up all the ice, and get every last bit of it, because it all comes out in these big rectangles that look like, like a chocolate bar. They're scored, and you have to break them up.
So, well.
Wow.
It's healthier than a lot of things you could do, especially at an elementary school.
Yeah.
Better the ice
discussing ice machines with Tom Smith.
So, Tom, what's a filker?
Boy, there are so many jokes. But
I know
we like jokes. Tell them all.
Okay, I was going to say the serious answer has to do with the root word filk. Okay. I probably haven't got this exactly right, but the gist of it is that back in the day, like the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, at the end of the day of the earliest science fiction conventions, you'd have small groups of people, 3, 4, 5, get together in their hotel room after all the programming was done, and one of them would have a guitar, and they'd start singing songs with parody lyrics. About science fiction or fantasy. Instead of the streets of Laredo, you'd get the space lanes of Ganymede, that type of thing.
Oh.
And back in the primordial days of blogging, which was the mimeograph machine with the purple ink and everything, somebody described this phenomenon from a convention, and they misspelled folk, as in folk music, as filth.
Oh, I love it.
And the legend is that what the heck was her name? The wife of author Poul Anderson. I think Karen.
Oh, I should know this.
What's that?
I should know this.
I was going to say, looked at that and said, yeah, that's what we're doing. So I perform filk. I'm a filker.
I love it.
Okay. There's another aspect. There are a couple other aspects. Besides being that noun, it's also a verb or a noun. Because it's commonly used to refer to a parody. Okay, I filked I filked Lola, says Weird Al Yankovic, although he doesn't say that because he's not part of the community. Which is the third thing. Filk is a community. There are hundreds of filkers around the world. We get together at a lot more conventions than I think we ever imagined we would. Including at least 15 or so that are specifically for filk. And the one at Halloween, just before Halloween, the Ohio Valley Folk Fest in Columbus, is basically our Thanksgiving.
Oh,
that's awesome.
It is.
That's cool.
It is very cool and a lot of fun, and it's like 300 people, half of whom are musicians. And all of whom are music lovers, and we get together, and it's like an entire weekend of group hugs with a lot of great music.
You said that's every year? Once a year?
Yeah, this year is, I think, what is it, 52nd? No, it can't be that.
I guess I could people once a year.
Wow.
I was just going to say, Mel, we might need to go, but
I could people once a year for a little while.
I was going to say, each of these is annual, but, for instance, there's Filk Ontario in suburban Toronto. I think this year was the last year for that, but I suspect that it will move on virtually. OVFF, the Ohio Valley Folk Fest, is on the weekend of the 27th, I think it is, coming up just in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
There are other conventions that they just had Filk Continental in Germany. They have a regular Filk convention on the East Coast.
Let's go to Germany.
What's that? Sorry?
I said, I want to go to Germany.
Let's go to Germany.
Yeah, get ready for next year.
If we're going to do this, let's do it big.
Yeah, there's a floating East Coast convention. But Anyway,
A floating, a floating East Coast event. What?
Yeah, it goes to between a few different cities back and
Oh,
forth.
well, okay,
Floating
okay,
market.
okay, okay.
I love it. Hello,
Wow.
hubby. Hello, Jelly Bean. Welcome to
Yeah, when
the
hubby was
shenanigans.
telling us about you and setting up the interview, which is Zarshan, maybe that's how you know him. I don't know. We call him hubby because he's Vixie's hubby, so he's everybody's hubby. And he put
He's the show's
your
hubby.
information in the WhatsApp, for us to go check out. I did at first think that it was a typo and that it was supposed to say folk. He's like, nope, it's Phil.
Mm-hmm.
He's my editor.
I was gonna say it
on
was
the
a
shows.
typo. Now it's a word.
Yep. Which I love.
Mm-hmm.
We had a group
and it
that
basically means all of the music of the science fiction fantasy community. Juanita Colson, who was our great grandma, she's still filking at 85 or thereabouts.
That's a funny sentence. I'm sorry.
It is. No, she's been doing this for many years. She was at the first filk I ever attended in 1979.
That's when I was born.
I was not born yet.
Okay, I'm older than both of you.
No, she says filk is whatever we play in the filk room, and that is the justification for all the songs about cats and computers and occasional recipes and whatever else we feel like playing.
Wow.
So are these things that is this like off the cuff most of the time, or is it something you've sat down and written generally?
Mostly I've sat down and written, although I do have a bit of a talent for doing off the cuff. I prefer to write it down because vamping is difficult.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen Wayne Brady at work on Who's Line, then it's not an easy thing to do.
That's my favorite part.
No, yeah.
That's my favorite part. I have to admit it.
But I am lucky enough to have a reasonable talent of putting some words together pretty quickly.
We try in the show all the time, but we're terrible at it. Well, Mel and
We
I
still never finished our Vixie squad.
No, I don't think we ever will. But that's.
I don't think we ever will.
It was a moment thing, and we lost the moment.
We lost the
moment. Oh, there's a lovely song by Christine Lavin called "The Moment Slipped Away." It happens.
It happens.
Right. Okay. I tell you what. We'll prove this while the interview is going on. Give me 2 words in a musical style.
Of a musical style?
Yeah.
Purple.
Rock, pop, reggae, Zydeco.
No, Zydeco. I love Zydeco.
Wait.
I was gonna say that too. I agree. You're here.
And another one? You want another one too?
No, 2 words.
No,
2 words. One of the words is purple.
Those two is favorite color.
Can one of the words be purple?
Yeah.
And then you guys pick the other word.
Go ahead, Mel.
Mountain. No. I take it back.
Take it back.
Take it back.
What? Take it back.
Jelly bean.
Come on, girl. Jelly bean.
Jelly bean.
Oh.
I tried listening to Mr. Morden, but I can't do it often because it bounces around in my head for days.
For days.
That's what hubby said.
It's true, because I hear him singing it for days.
Mr. Morden is the subject of the shadows and what the shadow men say he does. Well, I was going to say, we'll get back to that in just a few minutes, but I could sing you the most recent thing that I wrote.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw a
music.
picture, a picture that was making the rounds on Facebook, at least the other day, of Jedi Clampett.
No, I did not, but that sounds hilarious.
Doggy.
That's all that.
Okay, cool.
That's all. Okay.
Come and listen to a story about a man named Jed. Poor moisture farmer barely kept his family fed. Then one day he was going around a bend. Then he saw some stormtroopers fighting crazy old Ben Kenobi, that is, screaming like a great dragon, or maybe Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. Well, the first thing you know, Jed's helping him in the fight, and Ben pulls out a saber made of light. He says, Alderaan is the place I gotta be, so he loaded up the speeder and we went to Mos Eisley. Wretched hive, scum and villainy. Boom, boom, boom. Now it's time to say goodbye to Jet and Obi-Wan. They came out of Lightspeed in the rubble of Alderaan. Yeah, I can't sing. There we go. They came out of Lightspeed in the rubble of Alderaan. You're all invited back next week to watch them save the day with Jet 3PO, Darth Drysdale, and Princess Leia May.
I mean, that was a little bit of a tongue twister at the end.
Say again?
Was that
That
the
was
end?
a little bit of a tongue twister there.
Yeah, just a bit.
That
Jet
was
3PO. On the Millennium Chicken, that
great.
is. This ain't the skill you're looking for. Take your trainer bolts off. Force be with y'all. You hear?
Ah, that was cute.
Thank you so much. That was awesome.
That was fun.
It is.
I
Muriel.
like that. Now it's good.
I like it a lot.
We got this
Yeah.
is great. Laughter. Love it.
Laughter is good. Ask questions. Ask away.
Yes, please ask
So
questions.
how long have you been singing? Like singing.
Filking.
No, singing. How long have you been
Two
singing?
different things. I've
Yeah.
been singing since I was a little kid. I was actually first on the radio when I was about 7.
Awesome.
My mom
Wow.
was a local nightclub singer in southeastern Michigan, and she would be at the Rooster Tail or Top Hat, some of the other supper clubs. She'd occasionally be on TV or the radio.
Top Hat.
Yeah, she took me down to the Jack Harris Open House show, which was the last radio show in America to actually have a live jazz band in the studio.
Wow.
And they saw me juking and dancing up in the control booth and got me down on there, and I was on the radio.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
I've been singing my entire life. I first and God, I had all the lessons. I had piano lessons. I had organ lessons. My dad tried to teach me accordion. I've still got his accordion.
Accordion's rough.
All of them are rough. Tap dancing didn't work. I had 3 drum lessons with Buddy Rich. Okay, he came over to our house. Buddy freaking Rich.
That's awesome.
Yeah, nothing took until I got myself a guitar when I was 25 at a consignment store here in Ann Arbor.
Oh.
And basically, with one person teaching me a couple of licks and a couple of Mel Bay books, I've trained myself to be a halfway adequate rhythm guitarist over the last umpty-ump years. Now, to put it in a perspective that will blow your little minds, I've been filking since just after Reagan got reelected.
Wow. That's great.
But wait, for those of us who weren't so great with our political history, when was that?
Since 1985. I've been
I was
doing
just
this
gonna
for
say,
37 years.
Okay. That I can relate to.
That's when I first started picking up my
I was
guitar.
a baby. I didn't know who was president when I was 2.
That's when I was playing the guitar and the electric bass.
Cool.
That was fun. That was a fun couple of years.
Awesome. Get back to it. What the heck?
Oh, my hands aren't what they used to be.
Neither are mine.
You was 15.
You might not have been
Yeah,
Debbie,
Myrtle and I
that
were in our
was.
early teens.
So, do you have brothers and sisters that sing as well?
I do not. I have a brother. I have a brother here in Michigan. I have a sister not too far from here in Michigan. I have a couple of stepbrothers down in Florida. I'm the performer.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
So
Nice.
it is. It's fun.
That's great.
You know, excuse
What's
me
your
as I
favorite
break over to get a
color?
word or two here and there on the song.
It's okay.
Okay.
Oh no, you're fine.
You're good.
Yeah.
What's your favorite color?
Blue or gray or black. Those tend to be my primary.
I wondered how Mel was going to take that. I wasn't really worried about Eliza. Mel has this idea of things. I stole Eliza's question.
Okay then.
I'm not okay.
You keep this up, and I'll
Just
sing other
shattered my
songs
whole
at you.
brain.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Tom?
I said, you keep this up and I'll sing other songs at you.
Oh, okay.
That's not a threat.
I don't
What's
know
the
if that
most
was
common thing
intended to
people
be a
say
threat, but it wasn't.
What is the most common thing people say to you? Oh, I really love Peter Lorre. I really love the song about Peter Lorre. So, honestly, the most common thing that people say to me, besides the obvious "Hi, how you doing" or whatever, is some variation of "I have an idea for a song," and I say, "That's great, pursue it."
Right.
Because
that's great for you.
Purple can't be everyone's
I'm
favorite
short-
color, Mel.
I
I'm
didn't
short
say
on time,
anything about
and I
purple.
work
You
by-
missed the
I
whole
get paid
point
by
of
the
that
hour,
jelly
so.
bean.
Jelly bean.
Oh my goodness.
It's too funny. I love it.
Okay. Keep asking. I'm here.
So, do you really play the mandolin? We were joking.
No, I play the guitar.
So yeah, you could play the mandolin. It's the same thing, just smaller. I swear.
I was gonna say the one that I play the guitar I play right now is actually this wonderful weird little electric nylon hybrid where the strings, rather than secure down here at the bridge, go up, secure over the nut and then go down here, and the tuning pegs are in the middle where the sound hole would normally be, and
I've seen
it's
those.
much
I've
lighter,
seen one
it's
of
much
those.
thinner, and it's got a pickup so that I can plug it into the system, and it's just so much easier for me to play. Oh my goodness, because
Yeah.
I'm a big guy, and it was getting at a point where if I had my normal huge dreadnought classical guitar, which I play rock and roll. Oh, if only I could play proper classical guitar, but no, I beat on that thing like a beach boy. No, it was like I'd be doing this, and my wrist would be doing this up here.
Oh.
Walk this
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. So, do you have a favorite instrument?
That I play, or just that I like.
Either.
Both.
Both. There we go.
I can do a little bit of recorder. I really actually should get back to that, and also harmonica. I love playing my guitar. I have a lot of fun with that. I have a blast playing that. I wish I could play accordion, but that sucker is, besides needing repairs after 60 years of not being played by anybody, that sucker's heavy.
Yep.
Give lots of props to
Extremely.
Weird Al for lugging one of those things around. For listening, I love chamber music and Baroque. A good string. I love a piano. I could just start rattling off classical pieces that I love. I love certain rock guitars. There are there are some hi-hat strikes in the middle of rock songs that get to me, like in the ones in the theme from Shaft. It's like, whoa. Just push the song along. In When You're Hot by Jerry Reed.
Nice.
If you listen to that on stereo, okay, with headphones on, you can easily hear, when you're hot, when you're not, you're not. And they push the song along. It's great. I really started loving classical music, even though I had a lot of it in the house, because my grandmother had it back when I was living with my grandmother as a kid in the 60s. And it's like, oh, show tunes, oh, classical, oh, this. Rusty Warren records? Don't look at those. Okay, fine. But I moved to Cincinnati for 2 years. Apart from that, I've lived in Southeast Michigan my entire life. And the last, let's see, 1976 when I came here. So yeah, except for 2 years, I've lived here for 44 years. But when I was down in Cincinnati at a store near the house, they had a kiosk of classical LPs, and there was a lovely piece which I highly recommend you track down. Okay, it's by César Franck, and it's a sonata in A for violin and piano. But this version, the violin part, was played by Jean-Pierre Rampal, who I had seen on the Muppet Show and thought, okay, this guy must be good or something.
Oh,
He's one of the best flutists who ever lived, and I took that home, and I to this day, I love that music. I've got the sheet music somewhere. I've got like 5 recordings, some with violin, some with flute. I also am very fond of a hammered dulcimer, and wish I could play that.
Yeah.
I love the Hamilton dulcimer. I'm a sucker for electric violin, electric fiddle.
Oh,
Either one.
yeah.
Amy
Either one.
McNally does that, and David David Dixon Hammond.
Dropkick Murphys has this woman who can play electric fiddle like nobody's business. I could sit and watch her all day, and she dances around while she does it too. She's so
cool.
good, so good.
Lindsey
Jellybean wants to know
Graham.
what your favorite food is. We talk about food all the time on the show, so it's
Unfortunately, my
normal.
favorite food is probably potato chips.
Potato chips.
Certainly what I eat the most of. That's a really tricky one because I love most cuisines. I basically don't like things very spicy, but I still got my bottle of Frank's Red Hot. As they say, I put that shit on everything.
So a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Say again?
A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I do Asian stir fries for myself. I got ground pork in the freezer specifically for that. I just today had a lovely deli sandwich, corned beef and Swiss with the on a real Jewish rye with just a bit of honey mustard.
Sounds good to me.
And some for the armpits.
I like
some for
soup.
the armpits.
I love and some for the armpits. Yes. This is what we call in the biz a callback.
We have those on here. It's one of our specialities.
Almost any kind of noodles, pizza, of course. It's been a long time since I had a good old steak, and I'm wanting one of those soon. I might try to make it myself. The last time I did in the air fryer, it was not bad. I'm kind of narrowing it down toward getting proper air fryer right. So
we're working on it too. Myrtle wants to know, what is the thing you're most proud of in your career?
I could name a few things. Okay, I could just make it easy on everybody and say A Boy and His Frog. Which have you heard? How much of my stuff have you heard?
I've heard probably almost all of it.
Okay, then you know A Boy and His Frog.
Yeah,
okay.
I do.
I am pretty proud of that. I am proud of I'm proud of the awards that I won for that. I'm proud that I was able to get that song out when I needed to because it was a dark, dark day for all concerned. I'm proud of doing the music for Rich Fantasy Lives, which Rob Balder wrote the words for, and we won an award with that, and that's become a nice Spanish anthem. So that's good. I'm extremely proud of how Rocket Ride has been my closing song now for 20 years. That's what I close on. It's and everybody seems to like it, and I'm very pleased. I'm pleased and proud of all the guest of honorships that I've had, including Worldcon 2015 in that was Portland, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I've lost track.
I understand.
But that was awesome. I'm very proud of going down to Dragon Con and being a regular at Dragon Con. The thing, if there's anything...
Were you at the very last Dragon Con in Wisconsin?
Dragon Con is Atlanta.
Oh, I was thinking Gen Con. I'm sorry. I was thinking Gen Con. I apologize. That's why I was like, wait a minute. Did we
I've
meet?
performed at a few Gen Cons in Indianapolis, but I haven't performed there in a number of years. It'd be fun to go back.
They moved.
Yeah. I have done Origins, and I want to get back to that next year if I'm physically up to it. Because that's a lot of fun. Gaming con. Ah! If I've got the thing that I'm most proud of, I think, is that I started into Filk basically trying to make people laugh. And I've been doing it for a long time. And I make people happy at my shows. I try to boost people. I try to be on Facebook. I try to be a cheerleader for humanity. I do the same thing at my shows. Try to we're gonna have some fun.
Do you try to be a light in this dark world? Is that what you're trying? Yeah.
Well, that's why I wear these loud shirts.
I
love it.
Have you seen the one about the person who says, I haven't got a tan. That's all right. You can take off your shirt. They take off your shirt, and there's this blinding glare. And the one person is, well, see, that's not so bad. And the other person is going, the beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid.
I've never heard that before. I can't believe I've never heard that before because that's that was funny.
Oh, that was funny.
I try to entertain. Okay, when I got into Filk, one of the things that I realized pretty quickly on, okay, and I'm very pleased that I was actually at the forefront of this. So maybe this is the thing that I'm the most proud of. Okay, Filk was a bunch of people sitting around a room singing. Okay, and they were sharing their dreams. They were it's difficult with music. Okay, it's not the same as doing fan art or fan fiction or fan sculpture or fan costumes or anything else. Okay, if you do a fanfic, you put it out there and say, okay, go here and read. If you put on a costume, you stand there and people look. Okay, if you have fanish art, then it can be displayed somewhere and they can look at it there. They can see pictures online. If you have a song, somebody at some point has to perform it, and it's probably going to be you. Yeah. And a lot of people got into Filk, thinking this is a way I can express myself, and to be kind and charitable about it. A lot of them concentrated very much just on getting the words on the paper and getting something like a melody or borrowing the right melody or whatever it may be, and maybe getting enough guitar skill or whatever instrument they tend to play, so that they could actually do it. And then they found out, the hard way, that they had no performance skills. And that is the thing. Okay, that is a serious thing. I mean, it's one of the reasons that in Filk we try to be very inclusive. It's a training ground, okay? All the fandom is basically all the socialization that we nerds didn't get in high school because we were nerds. Okay?
Yep.
And,
I love my awesome nerds.
The cool
Hi,
kids,
Jimmy.
Yeah, the cool kids who still can't operate their own freaking phones.
True.
Have no idea how social, still to this day, have no idea how social we are because we worked hard, and we, once you find somebody who has something in common with you, then the socialization happens naturally. As a matter of fact, one of the biggest problems that a lot of people have with fans is we don't shut up. I've heard more than enough about Game of Thrones. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm fully aware that my mouth doesn't stop very often. Trick is getting me to stop.
These things happen, but where was I going with that? We were talking about.
That's okay.
The performance aspect of the,
No, I was going somewhere. Okay. I was going to say, when I got into Filk, there were a whole bunch of people who were singing. I had grown up with performers. Mm-hmm. My mom was a nightclub singer. My dad was a dancer. Rich Little and Buddy Rich and Woody Woodbury came over to our house. Okay?
Wow.
I went to my mom's nightclubs where she was singing, and I'd watch her perform. I'd watch her rehearse at home. I'd pay attention to the stuff on TV with other people performing. Rich Little, Frank Gorshin. Oh my God, Frank Gorshin. Everybody like that, especially also with Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. I got a lot from those guys. I got a lot from listening to Bill Cosby and George Carlin and Richard Pryor records. Richard Pryor, of course, came later.
George Carlin is one of my heroes.
Carlin was freaking amazing. Okay, but the thing is that watching all these people, watching the Tonight Show, my grandmother and I would stay up late and watch the Tonight Show. It was awesome. We'd watch, Ed Sullivan back then. They had all the different variety shows, all produced by the same guy for like Sonny and Cher and Tom Jones and the Hudson Brothers on Saturday morning. And there was at least one more in there. I can't remember who. Donnie and Marie. That was it. And yes, low battery. I know it's a low battery up your nose. You'll get me through the next little while. That's all I need. my battery may die on this in a few minutes, and if so, I will say goodbye prematurely.
Okay.
Thank you so much. But it ain't dead yet.
I couldn't read this down there. I saw a meme on Facebook.
Yeah.
About how bananas emitted antimatter, degradation of potassium isotopes, and using them in the animator generators on Star Trek. I had to add. Oh, here we go. When they are
flecked with brown and have a golden hue, bananas are the best and won't core breach on you.
I live with that.
Aren't you glad I didn't use bananas?
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, one of the things that I did that I work on a lot, and I still work on it to this day, okay? When I get up there on there, even the early concerts I saw were like, okay, I'm singing to my friends, yada, yada, yada. And my first few concerts were kind of like that too, because I was terribly nervous. But once I started to get the hang of it, the one thing I was interested in was putting on a show.
Yeah.
Okay. Doing it properly, starting the audience off, getting the audience revved up, keeping them going, and carrying all the way through to the end, and have them, thank you very much, Marcon. The kind of thing. And that's been a big part of everything I've done. The idea of getting the audience involved, not just sitting there listening to whatever I got to blather. And there was also a time when I was very depressed for my job where that wasn't working out very well. The last office job I had, I was 9 years in a document preparation company for mortgages. People, awful job. Easy job. I was great at it. Awful job. Hated it. I'd go to cons. It's like I'd get up in the morning and stare at my computer until it was time to go to work. At which point, I'd stare at a computer until it was time to go home. At which point, I'd stare at a computer until it was time to go to bed, rinse, repeat. And at conventions, I would be sitting there like this. And my lady friend, Ann, would come up and go, "Aren't you having fun?" And I'd go, "Yes." And it took a serious attitude adjustment and, getting laid off from that job to finally get myself back to myself. That was good.
Yeah.
And now I try very hard to schmooze with everybody. It's like, I'm a guest. You've come here to see my concert. Thank you. Hang out. Here, buy stuff.
Buy stuff. Yeah. Aww.
Speaking of,
do you have merch?
Down in the description below is a link to our merch, Planet Flipside Market. Thank you.
Do you have merch, Tom?
I have merch. I almost forgot about
on your site.
The best site to get everything at, all the downloads are at tomsmith.bandcamp.com,
which is linked in the description below.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice. I got the right one.
Yep. And as a matter of fact, tomorrow is a Bandcamp Friday, which is a really cool thing Bandcamp has been doing the last couple of years since the pandemic. The gist of it is that on the first Friday of every month, they waive their fees. So we, the artists, get more money.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So if you buy tomorrow, I get more.
Nice.
Wow, cool.
And I
Go
have
on
to
and
put
pick up a little something, something, everybody.
I have to put up a few songs in the middle of the night or in the morning. I have to take care of that, so that'll be a thing. Check my power here. Oh God, that's going to go down. Yeah, the power is going away. It's down to 7%.
Oh. Oh.
Do you put out songs on a regular basis?
Yes, I also have a Patreon, patreon.com/FilkerTom, and I try to have it. I do it. There's two ways to do Patreon. Either they can pay you a certain amount a month, or they can pay you a certain amount per work. I try to, I do it per work so that way I don't feel bad like I'm taking money from somebody if a month goes by and I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
I have managed to have at least one and as many as 4 songs every month for several years now.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And about every year I go, hey, look, there's an album.
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
And so I'm coming out with a new album every year or so, which is also
I was just going to say, that's a good push.
It is.
That's
It's a
great.
great incentive. And
Great.
believe me, okay, it makes it a lot easier to live on Social Security disability income.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
right there with you on that one. I believe it.
Oh, yeah.
Before you actually get pulled away from us, I want you to know that it's been lovely having you here. It's been such a
Yeah.
gas.
Thank you so much. No, this has been a lot of fun.
It's been a gas.
Mhm.
And I want you to come back.
Okay, we can
You're
work
invited
on
back.
that.
We'll have to get hubby will get with you because he's the one who schedules everything for me because he's good at that stuff. He does all my scheduling.
Okay. Hang on just a second. Let me
I
finish
laughed
this.
my ass off when I heard Callisto.
Yeah, I have to put together the 3-verse version of that because I did write a sequel verse after Hudson Lake left the show and went off to Touch by an Angel. And of course on Xena they redeemed her. So
Callisto is his favorite character.
But yep, hang on a second. Oh.
So, side note, if you guys want to see a fun time lapse of my hair drying,
Just put this on ×3.
yeah, because I'm telling you, I got out of the shower
Mine's
like 5
still
minutes
wet.
before the show started. My hair
Here
was
we are,
wet.
grass growing paint drying channel.
Now it's not.
We have a special one. Yes. Little battery.
Rick.
Okay.
Maybe we'll have to wait till next time to hear our song.
He's trying.
He's like, no, I got this.
I believe in you.
I believe in you.
Hold my armpit sandwich. We're going in.
There we go.
What did you say about your armpit?
Okay. Zydeco, Purple Jelly Bean. Bum, 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 bum. I got the purple jelly bean. I got off the mountaintop. I went to a national park land. It was there in the gift shop. I don't know why there's a jelly bean, and I cannot help but stare, because it actually was a jelly stone, and I got mugged by Yogi Bear.
Yeah. Oh,
that was
great.
If I had more time, we could do more. Maybe I'll do more of that anyway. But
That was so
I loved it. I loved it.
I loved it. That
Awesome.
was great. Thank you so much.
oh, you're very welcome.
That amused the hell out of me.
Oh, you did awesome.
I'm amused.
I love it.
And I'll leave you with one other thing. Because of the whole thing with a black girl playing the Little Mermaid. I think she's cute as a button. I posted a few different memes, one of whom said, okay, this is what an actual mermaid would look like. And it was basically a cross between a mermaid and a deep one. Okay.
Yeah.
So somebody said I should write something about that. And I've got several songs done, and I'm working on a few others for Hans Christian Lovecraft's The Little Deep One.
Yes. Oh, I'm so. Hubby's laughing his ass off right now. I can hear him on the other side of the house. He's laughing so loud.
Let's see. Let's not take a. The first one I wrote was the character's name is Asenath, as opposed to Ariel, but we are the children of Dagon, our father who spawned us where dark things dwell, aquatic, exotic, erotic, chaotic, despotic, necrotic. And here's his new risen minion come to join our awful crew. She's just become a deep one. We're presenting her to you. Her transformation's finished. She's horrific in her wrath. She's our sister, Asenath. She's not there. She's off. I want to be where the people. She wants to invade the land. Okay. and they don't want to because it's like, okay, humans will kill themselves. It's fine. We just sit back and wait. No. Conquest. Like, I want to be where the people are. I want to see them shrieking, stumbling away on those, what do you call them? Feet. Under the sea, we can't get too far. Lungs are required for breathing, speaking, bellowing challenges, savoring flavorful meat. Up where they live, up where they'll die, under that maddening black inky sky. What a surprise when I finally rise to conquer their world.
Wow, I like it. Oh
Nice.
my goodness.
I love it.
So that's
Of course you do. They're talking about conquering worlds.
Of course.
That's the project I'm working on right now. So
that was great.
I would cosplay that character.
Yeah, you would.
In a heartbeat.
Do you do TikTok at all?
I'm gonna do TikTok. It may take me to the end of the year to get everything set up. I actually want to have my own reaction channel, but not really stuff that I'm reacting to so much as everybody on reaction channels. Oh, let's do pop music from the last 50 years. Let's do in some cases comedy movies or whatever else it may be. I want to do a lot of the folk and classical that people don't know about. Okay,
awesome.
It's like you guys, you keep talking. Yes. Everybody knows about Simon and Rogers. How many of you know about Simon and Garfunkel? How many of you know about Stan Rogers? Type of thing. Okay. How many know about Claudia Schmidt?
I feel like if you put your music on there, that would inspire a lot of people. Because just what you were singing just now wasn't like I want to use your audios. I think a lot of people would use your audios.
I would definitely use your audios.
I also want to put my own stuff on there because it's going to be fun. Okay, listen, I am down to 3%.
Okay. Oh boy.
And we are down to 848.
Yeah.
So rather
you
than
almost
have
made
this
it.
be a rude dropout, I am going to say thank you all so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for being here.
You're
fun. We like you.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
We like you.
And thanks to everybody who tuned in. And I'll see you guys around soon.
Thank you so much. We'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Have a great night. That was so much fun. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Well, at least let him charge his phone first.
Okay, he gets to charge his phone first, then we do it again.
He was a fun guy. That was fun. He was a fun guy. I like him.
I love Creators Corner.
Yeah.
It's my favorite show. I think I have an answer for your question now, Eliza. It's Creators Corner. It's always been Creators Corner. I was wrong. Wait. Tonight we have Bitches with Switches, Splatoon 2 at 9:30, so in a little over a half hour, about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my girl child is mad at the world, and I know you've been able to hear her most of the night. I keep trying to turn off.
Actually, I haven't until now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was worried that she's gonna be screaming over him.
No.
Yay. But that was so much fun. I really did.
It was.
I'm not kidding. I would use his audios.
Oh,
yeah, I would too.
That last one, I was like, I already have an idea.
Right?
Yeah.
I know.
Anglerfish idea with the.
If you're watching this, Tom, you inspired us. I just want you to know that.
Yep. It's not always easy anymore. We're getting old and jaded.
Just look at my TikTok. You don't know this, but I used to post a lot.
She used to do a lot more.
Mel
used to do a lot more.
She was very creative. She was slowed down a lot.
Closet
I did say was.
So
I
good.
know. I'm agreeing with you. Was.
Mel sort of.
She just doesn't have as much time or want.
Yeah.
Or maybe
we
this.
slow down as we get older.
It's only- face. I love the face.
I love you, Mel.
I want to say a big thank you to Mel because usually she takes Thursday nights off. She came just for this show, and I really do appreciate
Yeah.
it. I really do.
It came to be abused, apparently.
But you like it, you dirty little whore. Oh my gosh, you guys cracked me up. Well, we lost 2 people when he left, so they must have been watching for him, not us.
Oh no.
That's okay, boo boo. You can watch. We're terrible.
Understandable.
We're just wrapping it up. We're not actually probably going to go the whole time, but
we're not terrible people. You said we're terrible people. We're not. We're not terrible people. We're creative and we gotta talk good about ourselves.
Don't tell my secrets.
That list was very long, Eliza.
I know.
We're creative and
I thought you guys were gonna.
We gotta talk good about ourselves.
Oh, you were looking for help.
Pitch in.
Sorry.
You really need to get to know me better, Eliza.
Get on that bandwagon. I don't want the reins. It's good. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. I've got the giggles now. Eliza has the giggles. I know.
Yeah, I do.
I can tell. It's good for you, Eliza. Sends all those
Yeah, it
endorphins
is.
and dopamines into your system.
Yeah.
I love it when you get like that. It's cute.
I didn't sleep
Yeah.
last night. I was supposed to be asleep by now.
So you're not going to play Splatoon with us?
No.
No, go to bed.
Oh,
You've abused me enough for one night.
Okay.
Oh.
Fine. But Rabbit said
I'm sorry.
Rabbit said he was going to come play with us. I jumped in just before the show and said,
Oh.
Mister, are you playing Splatoon with me? All right, everyone.
All right, everyone.
Do you have anything to say for yourself before we go, Mel?
Purple Jelly Bean.
Very good new song. You time-stamped it, I saw.
I
Get
loved
that
it.
audio, girl.
Go click all the links and do all the things and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'll leave that up to you. That's your choice. But you are going to subscribe if you haven't already. That's not an option. Remember that people make time for what is important to them. I love you. Bye-bye.
I love you. Bye. Eliza, you're up.
Read a book. It's good for your brain. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for
Bye.
being here. Bye. Remember, we're all made up of the stuff of stars that makes us extraordinary creatures. So find your spark, ignite your passions, and make your dreams come true. I believe in each and every one of you. And I will catch you all in just a few minutes right here on Planet Flipside. Oh, yeah, if you need me, I'm just a day on our Discord channel, which is linked below. Check out all those links. I'll see you later. Bye.
So yeah, Yaftik is definitely where my heart lies in the comics.
Yeah, if you want to get into voiceover, you got to do it because you love it. You can't do it because you want to be rich and famous, especially because you're legit doing a job that people don't know your face.
in my comic, there's a number of sentient computers and video game consoles that have happened over the years.
I should have a film. I thought it was going to be the end of this year. I think it's going to be next year. There should be a film called Badness coming.
I think we're up to 6 Star Wars children's books now that I've illustrated.
I'm here! The dork behind the drawing. No, no.
Yay!
Don't look him directly in the face.
I draw cartoons for a living, and you can't tell me that the stuff that that we're producing nowadays is just for kids.
Kevin and Kel is now the longest running webcomic. I started in September 1995, and it's never missed a day since.
When I announced that I was voicing for Inuyasha's daughter, everyone was like, what? Like,
that was all well and good until, I was giving Phil a ride one day and he said, so how's your boyfriend? And I said, well, we're breaking up. And Phil said, oh, really?